clerk please call the roll?
Freeholder Amoroso.
Here.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Here.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Here.
Freeholder Tonelli.
Here.
Freeholder Voss.
Here.
Chairwoman Zur.
Here. Evidence of a quorum is present. Can everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please read the minutes to be accepted?
December 28th, 2016, the sine die session, Freeholders Amoroso and Ortiz not participating.
Can I have a motion to please accept the minutes?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes are accepted. Last week, we had a resolution that we passed authorizing the appointment of Joseph Lupino as our Chief Financial Officer for the County of Bergen. And of course, it passed unanimously. We are thrilled and elated to have the services of Mr. Lupino and his capable stewardship as our Chief Financial Officer. And at this time, I'd like to call Mr. Lupino and his family, his wife Carmela, his children Antonina, Santino, and Vincent, as he takes the oath of office.
Good Irish names, right, Tom? Real Irish names, Joe. And it works.
And it works.
Surprised?
Okay. I, Joseph Lupino,
I, Joseph Lupino,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
on the authority of the people.
I, Joseph Lupino,
I, Joseph Lupino,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Chief Financial Officer
of the office of the Chief Financial Officer
for the County of Bergen,
for the County of Bergen,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you again. I said all my thank yous. Well, you know what? Let me just thank my family.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, because my family, you know what, they allowed me to do this job, because this job is, it's pretty intense, mentally and physically, managing, you know, our budget is almost, it's over a $500 million, and our capital program is almost $1 billion, so, you know, keeping tabs of it requires a lot of discipline, a lot of focus, and energy. And, you know, sometimes when I come home, I just don't have the energy anymore, mentally drained. So my family, you know, they understand. But, you know, I love the job. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love the job. I love the people because I think I'm making a difference. You know, you set the policy, and we try to fund it. So again, thank you so much for the appointment, and I'll work to the best of my ability. Thank you again.
Thank you, Freeholder Tonelli.
Joe, like I mentioned in the work session, we just like to apologize to your family because I told your husband that he will need to sharpen the pencils even more this year. So he may not be home, or he may be coming home a lot more tired.
Well, you know, this is not the typical 9 to 5, and we appreciate all the hours, the effort, and the enthusiasm you put into figuring out all of our priorities and how to make it work. Mr. Niels, wish to comment on the project?
Just briefly, on behalf of the county executive, all the department directors, division managers, your family, I'm sure they appreciate you every day at your home. but little do you all realize the demands that his job places on him here. The life of a public servant is you're invisible to the public. The average person who walks down the street has no idea what goes on inside county government, so they can enjoy their lives on a daily basis on what happens outside of these walls. But a large portion of it is how we allocate resources to be able to do all these things. And you should just realize that what your husband and what your father does really accounts for our ability to be able to do that. We have conversations before budgets where we're $10 million over cap, and this is 2 days before we have to submit it. Somehow your husband and father figures out how to make $10 million in adjustments legitimately. That gets us able to do our goals. So you don't really get many opportunities to be able to have your family present and have government officials be able to tell you exactly what they do. But you should know that he works tirelessly at this job. And in the 2 years I've known him, I bear witness to that personally. So, Joe, thank you for your efforts and congratulations.
I just want to say I have known the Lupino family for many, many, many years, and I've seen all of you guys born and saw your mom and dad get married, and I am so proud of you as a family, and especially of your father, who has just been amazing in the development of his career. So God bless you, and keep up the good work, and I know that the three of you are going to follow in your dad's footsteps in some manner, shape, or form, and he's a great role model. So, God bless.
Thank you so much for sharing it with us. So may I now have a motion to open the meeting to the public? So moved. Have a second? Second. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It's unanimously approved. Well, now we have a hearing of the general public with a 3-minute time limit in effect in accordance with the Bergen County Freeholder Bylaws, Section 1, Page 6, Item 2:1.8. The board attorney will keep the time. Sorry for this cough. When the time of the speaker expires, the timekeeper will announce the time has expired. Please fill out a slip of paper with your name, address, and general topic you wish to speak. I see no one from the general public who wishes to speak. May I have a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The motion to, the portion for the public is closed. Will the clerk please read the agendas and the resolutions on the consent agenda for this evening?
Resolutions 1617 through 3117.
May I have a motion to accept the resolution on the consent agenda as read by the clerk?
Second.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Freeholder Amoroso?
Yes.
Freeholder Gans? Freeholder Ortiz?
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan?
Yes.
Freeholder Tonelli?
Yes.
Freeholder Voss?
Yes.
Chairwoman Zur.
Yes. Are there any resolutions on non-consent pulled or table? And if so, will the clerk please read?
There are none.
Well, we will now have freeholder committee reports. Freeholder Gans? Yes.
Okay. Thank you and good evening. I hope everybody had a very happy New Year. And now as we move into our legislative agenda, we're going to have a very ambitious program in front of us. Joe, I want to say to your wife that we do not intend to be having the budget committee meetings late. So you need another excuse if you...
Wow.
Okay. Our goal this year is to have a budget that is stable and to work it through on a line-by-line basis. I'm going to ask this year that committee chairman attend the hearing on the budget that their department is in, and that they participate in leading the budget discussion so that we have a good understanding of what's going on, and more importantly, that we are able to effectively participate as partners with the county executive. I'm delighted to see that Freeholder Zur is at the helm of this body. You will have a wonderful tenure, I'm sure, and I'm certainly enjoyed working with you the last several years, and I think that the next several are going to be challenging, and I'm convinced that you are up to that challenge. This coming Sunday, January 15th, is going to be celebrated as Martin Luther King's birthday. He would have been 88 years old at a White House Rose Garden ceremony in 1983. President Ronald Reagan spoke first about creating a holiday. I've done this for the last 15 years. And there we go.
Okay. He's here, right there. Okay. There's your shooter. Okay.
And this is a picture of Dr. Martin Luther King. It was taken about 6 weeks before he died. This was taken in Rockville Center, New York, which is the town where I grew up. And if you look in the back row, first row standing,
Is that you?
That back row, yeah, that's me.
Which one? Okay.
Calm down, man.
Anyway,
Okay.
this was taken by Newsday. It was published at the time, and I discovered it maybe 12 years ago. And I just recently looked back, and where there was one photograph in the 1970s and 1980s and even into the early 90s, there are now hundreds of photographs on the internet that were taken by people. There are going to be a number of events that are going to be part of this. There will be celebrations of the life of Dr. King at the Ebenezer Baptist Church on Monday. There also will be a celebration at Mount Olive on Monday, and there are a number of other celebrations that all of us have been invited to participate in. It's hard to believe that I was part of history and watched and listened to Dr. King. There's as much distance as there is between us here and the audience. Amazing man and an amazing part of very turbulent times that comprised a part of my youth. I forgot last time to really talk about Bergen Wellness, and I wanted to start the year off on the right foot. Bergen Wellness is a program that the Freeholders brought to the county approximately 14 years ago, and it is a free card that can be used by any resident of the state of New Jersey, and frankly, because of the way this is organized, anybody can use it at any of the participating pharmacies throughout the United States. The Bergen Wellness Card comes in two forms. One is the pet discount card, which is here.
Okay. Your photographer says good job.
Thank you. You can use it at 55,000 participating pharmacies throughout the United States. And I'm going to make a little bracket here so that we can have the website put in a little bit larger. With this, if you have a cat or a dog, for example, you can get prescriptive medication, which is to say drugs, for your kitty or your Fido at a discount of 30%. This is, so if kitty needs say amoxicillin, you can get tuna-flavored amoxicillin compounded at the Glen Rock Pharmacy. And there are others that participate, but Glen Rock is one I am aware that does, at a 30% discount simply by showing the card. It's also available for human drugs for humans, and the discount there runs as high as 42%. I know that my mom, who passed a couple years ago, was using Bergen Wellness to pay for experimental drug treatment that was not available on any other health plan that I was aware of. And animal use of the card, of any other card, is not simply allowed. But with the Bergen Wellness, you can get your feline Mimosa Rose GANS health card in the name of your pet and get and take the discount. 43,000 people who live in Bergen County have used the card since its beginning. The total discount received, according to the reports that we have, is over $14 million. And that is a savings that is direct to the consumer. We also want to tell you that if you need a hearing aid, this is the best program in the country. My dad served in World War II. He took flak in his ear in one of the 26 missions that he flew over Germany, and he was deaf for a good part of his life. I could not get him a veteran's hearing aid. I couldn't get him into the program. He was on the list for 15 years and died before ever reaching the top. But Bergen Wellness has a component in the program for hearing aids that allows you to use it at any of the salons that sell the product. And these are top of the line. A top of the line hearing aid can cost as much as $6,000 for each, well, for 2 years, $3,000 a year. Freeholder McPherson last year took her mother, who lives in Philadelphia, shopping for a hearing aid. Bernadette has carried with her the Bergen Wellness card for more than 10 years without having used it. I use it for these glasses and took a discount of over $200 off the rack rate price. Bernadette and her mom went shopping. Mrs. Pendergast took a hearing aid that she liked. It cost $2,890. That was the rack rate. She gave the Bergen Wellness card, Bernadette did, and paid about $900 for this hearing aid. And that, again, is straight off the rack. Just by being a Bergen County resident with caring freeholders, you get this discount. You can get the discount by going to the county's website. I'm going to go like this so that Frank Fuchs can insert what it is. Or you can ask any freeholder. We all have cards to give you with the website address on it. You can click and go right to the website and check the prices within 5 miles. It's a great program. It doesn't work for everybody. It does work if you have the Medicare donut hole, and it also works for some experimental programs that are not otherwise covered by many of the other programs that are out there. I had a speaking engagement yesterday in Englewood before the at the Dwight Englewood School of juniors and seniors who are interested in making a change in public life. It was really amazing to listen to these kids who are mostly 16 and 17 now, but more than half turn 18 by the end of the year, and certainly by November. And I inquired of them what were they going to do on their 18th birthday? A good half of them said the first thing that they were going to do was to register to vote. And that's something that we're going to be speaking about throughout the year. Voting is where the power is. It's where you, as a resident of Bergen County, have the power, and you have the power to change public officials, change policies, and to help this Freeholder Board reach for information about subject matters that affect all of us and which we are certainly going to weigh heavily over the course of the next 12 months. I apologize in advance for Chairwoman for having had such a lengthy report, but I think you'll recall that before the last report, I actually did not give a report for the first time in my 15 years on the board. I will try and keep them shorter in the future. Thank you so much, and please celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday at a church, a synagogue, or any of the public places where it will be happening on Monday. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fielder. Fielder Amoroso.
First of all, I want to thank everybody on the board and in the offices for leadership and guidance and oftentimes direction, since I get lost so much. Great kindness. Someone led me out of the county executive office so that I could get to the work session meeting. I had no idea where I was. Anyway, also earlier this week on Tuesday, a number of us attended the gala luncheon for the 50th anniversary of our Division of Senior Services, and they're doing a wonderful job on so many fronts, the senior centers and the other services they offer to hundreds, right? More than 100,000 folks, 190,000 folks. And I think actually back in the day, as a reporter, I covered the first director of the Office on Aging, Mildred Krasnow. So, and also later that day, I was sworn in to serve on the board, Bergen County Board of Social Services, along with Chair Zur and our new Garfield councilperson, Erin Donnelly, and Elaine Meyerson, who I worked with when she was at Shelter Our Sisters. So that's my report.
Thank you very much. Fielder Sullivan.
Good evening. Happy New Year to everyone. Just want to touch on a few things. I'll be brief, Joe. Congratulations on being nominated and selected. Do a great job. Thank you for everything. And if you need, you can use me as a reference if David is not going to tell you that you're not out all night. So we can hang out. So your wife, feel free. She can feel, comfortable that nothing's going on. So I'm a father of 3 girls that would kill me. So I just want to touch on the swearing-in ceremonies. I want to thank everyone who came to Bergen County swearing-in ceremonies at the academies. Thank you to Assemblyman D'Angelo, who swore me in. It was great to have a labor brother there and a legislator that understands the same thing I do every day and what it's like to fight for the middle class. It was an honor to have him there, and it was an honor to have him swear me in. Let's see what else we got here. I also attended the swearing ceremonies in Bergenfield, Montvale, and Ridgefield. And just want to let any community know our doors are always open. Anything we can do for any communities, especially now that I'm on shared services, we are willing to do anything we can to help any community and save money and work together. I think that's what this board is really going to be about, and I look forward to that. Again, as Freeholder Amoroso stated, congratulations to Bergen County Division of Senior Services for celebrating their 50th anniversary. Staff is one of the hardest working staffs I've ever seen, and they really deserve kudos. Obviously, Bergen County was out in the forefront. We were the first ones to have the program, and thank goodness other counties have followed suit. So congratulations to Bergen County and to all the staff that put that all together. Yesterday, we attended we celebrated Korean American Day. Freeholder Gans, Freeholder Voss, myself, and Freeholder Ortiz, we were all there along with our county executive. I look forward to making everyone feel welcome in our county, and the Korean people of Korean descent are approximately 8% of our county population. So we are a diverse county. We know that we have approximately 1 million people, and it's great to learn other people's cultures and sharing it with them. This evening, we renewed a new shared services agreement with the Borough of Lodi for the 9/11 Dispatch Center. This is going to save taxpayers money while providing a very important service for public safety. again, I look forward to work with municipalities to find ways that we can all share services and save taxpayer money, not only on a municipal level, but on a county level. So we all need to be in it together, and that's something I look forward to. And lastly, tonight we received a briefing from our DPW Commissioner Head Ray Dressler regarding the snowfall and the use of salt, and he explained at the work session how we go about giving other towns salt so they could salt our roads, and that's they did a great job. He talked about a few other towns that we've now added to our list, and again, this is another shared service that we use and we utilize, and I think they did a great job for the first storm of the year, and thank you to everyone. Joe, congratulations again, a good guy, even if you're Italian, it's okay. But yeah.
On that note, Freeholder Voss.
I notice all your children have Irish names, like we said before. But you do a wonderful job, and thank you.
Freeholder Voss.
Again, Joe, I want to congratulate you. You do a fabulous job, and you were in my class, Kamel. And so, you know, it's so great seeing you, and as I said, you've got a great family. I want to say congratulations to all the newly elected council men and women. We all attended many of the swearing-in ceremonies, and many of us had opportunities to swear in some of the newly elected people. And it's great, and we want to make sure that everybody does a little bit of public service during their life. Politics is not a vocation, it is an avocation, and everybody should do a little bit. I want to say congratulations to Mary and to Jermaine. And Tommy, you don't have to run again next year. Poor Tom had to run 3 years in a row, actually, and also as president of his union, so it has been exhausting. So a little respite will be much appreciated by you, I think. We all attended the 50th anniversary of the Senior Services, and I want to say a special thank you to Jane Linter, who is the head of Human Services, and Lorraine Joanna, who put together this unbelievable luncheon. We actually were the first in the United States to have a senior program, not just in the state of New Jersey, but in the country. And of course, many other people followed suit after it, but we were the first, and I think Bergen County has every right to be very, very proud of the services that we provide for all of our seniors. And we will be telling you more about some of these. Most of us are especially interested in Meals on Wheels, which is a service that we perform. And it has nothing to do with a person's financial situation. It has to do with the necessity of somebody being in a home where they have no ability to leave that home. And so the way the service is performed is absolutely amazing. And it's a safety net for our seniors, among many other safety nets we have. Korean American Day, actually, I am a history teacher, so I have to get my little history lesson in here. January 13th is the official Korean American Day, and it was on that day in 1903 that the first Koreans landed in Hawaii and became American citizens. And as you can see, the number of Koreans have just been amazing, especially here in New Jersey, and the contributions that they have made in education and in business is just wonderful. And the program we had here last night was very, very nice, and there are going to be more programs over the week. And I want to echo what David said. Monday is Martin Luther King Day. Remember all of the things that he taught us and that he did for us. And it's very important that our children learn about these wonderful role models that this country has produced. And as David said, there are several church services, and I hope that everybody will make a real effort to go and commemorate Dr. King. And again, Happy New Year to everyone. God bless.
Thank you, Freeholder Ortiz.
Good evening and Happy New Year to everyone. Since I'm new here and it's the beginning of the year, I did not meet with any of our committees, but I am looking forward to meeting all the department directors, and I'm looking forward to visiting a lot of our facilities. There's so many facilities in Bergen County to visit. It's become it's an education right now. And I also want to thank my colleagues who have been extremely welcoming, and they're guiding me, and to the aides and everyone that's been helping out, and I'm really looking forward to it. I also attended several swearing-ins, and it's so exciting to see just how many people from all different age groups. I went to one which was a 21-year-old as a councilman, and I was just so impressed by how much he's been involved since he was 15 years old, and to see him being sworn in at 21 as a councilman, there's just so much that he has to offer, and he's going to be quite a great leader. I also attended the senior service. It was actually exciting to go to this ceremony, because throughout the campaign we visited so many of I think we have 10 county senior activity centers, and to see all the personnel and everyone gathered and all the hard work that they do throughout every day. And they do so much for our seniors, which it's a lot. It's about 20% of the residents of Bergen County. So they do a lot for them, and it's very nice to see all the hard work, how it's paid off. And I also attended Korean Day. We were here yesterday at the ceremony. It was a beautiful ceremony to celebrate all the different heritages and cultures throughout the county. So thank you again. God bless, and Happy New Year.
Fielder Tonelli.
Thank you, Chairwoman. I'd like to just start my report by first congratulating all those that have begun their service to their community as elected officials, both on the Board of Education as well as mayors and council members all over Bergen County. Just want to wish them a very successful year. I would also like to thank all those who have now left public office for their efforts while serving their communities. Over the past 2 weeks, as you've heard, myself and many of my colleagues have attended many reorganizations, and I, for one, I'm sure everyone will agree, we consider them celebrations of new, fresh starts in so many towns. It's always an exciting time of the year when people start to look forward and start making their plans on how they're going to approach some of the challenges for the upcoming year. So it was really inspiring to hear some of their thoughts and some of their dreams on how they want to see their communities move forward. Also, reporting as chair of the Parks Department, there's a schedule going around. Please ask everyone to please check on the website. They're having meetings all over Bergen County, 6 of them to be exact. We want your input on the new parks plan, master plan. The opportunity is now to discuss how these parks evolve. They're your parks. The county executive has made this perfectly clear that he wants as much input as possible. When we did the press conference in regards to unrolling the plan and how Rutgers has come in to put all our parks together and actually get a real plan together, he stated that we want to know what your interests are. We want to know what else you'd like to see in our parks, enhancing what we have already, maybe changing something. So it's very, very important that everybody go to our website if you can't make one of the meetings and fill out the survey. One meeting was held last night in Teaneck. My understanding was very well attended. The next one will be this Thursday at Bergen County Law and Public Safety Institute in Mahwah. And the one following that will be Tuesday, January 17th in Closter's Public Library from 7 to 9. Law and Public Safety is also from 7 to 9. That's just the next 2. Please check with our website to get the full schedule, and I hope that everyone participates and takes the opportunity to let us know what you would like to see in our parks. That's the end for my report. Thank you, Chairwoman.
Thank you very much, Fielder Tonelli. I just want to take one moment to thank Freeholder Tonelli, because as this is our first full meeting utilizing the new technology upgrades in this room, to have a microphone that functions, to have images on a screen that's actually clear that people can see and enjoy, and to actually be able to use microphones at this dais that work and amplify our voices in appropriate manners. I just want to say thank you for the hard work that it took to get all of this together and to bring this to fruition. As my colleague said, we were at a whole host of reorganizations, including our own. And I think one of the things that I always underscored at these reorgs was that while a campaign is a time where we argue and disagree, and those arguments and disagreements may continue on the board, it's incumbent on everyone to work together and to continue to move the chains down the field towards progress in all of the communities. And I know that what everyone on this board is committed to doing in this coming year, and that so many of the committed individuals throughout our community have pledged to do, and we will look forward to working with them every step of the way to really increase a dialogue among our municipalities on how we can continue to provide more effective and efficient services. As Freeholder Voss pointed out, everyone needs to do a little bit, and to that regard, I want to encourage anyone watching there are opportunities to serve on boards and and commissions throughout the county. And if you have an interest in doing so, please submit your resume. There's an opportunity to do so on our website. We are always looking, it's revolving dates throughout the year when positions expire. So please, if you have an interest in serving, we want to hear more voices. We want to bring more voices to the table. Please submit your resumes so that we can incorporate your talents into what we're doing here. One of the things that I wanted to comment on is that this week we heard the State of the State address. And I will say that this is the first time I've agreed with our governor in a very long time, as he really laid out the importance of what we need to be doing on the front of addictions within our community. I know we on this board have been very dedicated in pushing for additional detox beds at Bergen Regional Medical Center, at outreach through on various educational fronts, and on really expanding the services we provide as we fight this opioid addiction issue that we are seeing so prevalently throughout our community. I know that we will continue to be doing so throughout the year to come, and we will certainly be internalizing even more so within the state on how we aid our residents in some of their most important times of need. So, as we close this first meeting of the year, I just want to say a special thank you, first of all, to Joe for all that you do for us, but to really all of our department heads, our division heads, who will certainly have their work cut out for them in 2017. I thank you in advance for the meaningful impacts that you're going to have on the lives of Bergen County residents, and we look forward to working together to make sure that we're providing for all the needs that lie before us. There being nothing further to come before this meeting, may I have a motion to adjourn? So moved. Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Meeting is adjourned at 8:10.